I'm Xios, and our DM up there is...
Hi, I'm Serpent. I'm going to be your game master today. And playing at the table is...
Xios Ascara.
T.R.A.S.H, Little Paw.
Rexty as Henrietta.
Celestia as Elowen.
And Shadow as Baxter Bones.
All right. It has been 2 weeks. Unfortunately, we weren't able to play Pathfinder, so we streamed video games instead last week. But the stories so far. Our brave adventurers learned in Falcon's Hollow that children had gone missing. They knew some of the children. They investigated the children's last known location and discovered that they had been taken by kobolds to the ruins, Droskar's Crucible, the very ruins where the adventurers had traveled before. But this time, they had to go deeper. And underneath the ruins, they found a maze of old dwarven tunnels that had been built under the ancient monastery. They fought their way through a bunch of kobolds to an elevator that leads down to the rough-hewn caverns below. However, there they paused, for the kobolds they had defeated had mentioned that they were chasing the children, which implies that the children are still on this level. In addition to our wonderful group, they have convinced 2 Kobold slaves, former slaves now, that Kara is in fact a herald of Dahak, the god of evil dragons. Kara's draconic heritage is obvious, despite being a catfolk. She has scales and wings and things like that, so the kobolds expect Kara to be a divine messenger to them. And that's where we left off. You know that through the western door are ghouls. You saw them just before throwing a kobold corpse at them. No, not throwing a kobold corpse. He ran away from you. Otherwise, there's the way you came in to the south. And there's the way to the east. Everyone is at full health except for Henrietta, who was not healed of some of the wounds, and so is down some hit points. Henrietta has 20 hit points left. It is roughly 4:30 in the afternoon. On the 3rd day of your adventure? I believe this is the 3rd day of your adventure. And with that, the floor is yours, adventurers. Do as you will.
So, as I recall, Little Paul was going to investigate tracks for tracks in this room to see if the children had in fact used this elevator thing.
Right. Forgot to set him as dead. So, Little Paw, there you are. Why don't you give me a perception check? All right. So there's a lot of traffic in this room, as one might expect, going to and from the elevator. Most of the traffic are child-sized footprints, but that doesn't really mean anything when you're dealing with kobolds. However, most of the tracks have claws. You see a collection of tracks that are boots. You can't really tell how many, but at least 3 of them exited the way you came to the south.
Exited, okay. So the kids did not go up the thing.
What thing are you referring to?
The elevator.
Oh, no, they did. You're seeing the tracks on this top floor where you're at. The elevator goes down from here.
So the tracks are going to the elevator as in then going down.
No, the tracks are leaving the elevator and going to the south. Remember, the kobolds told you that they were chasing the children who had escaped.
Okay, well, what I was trying to find out was if the kids had got on this elevator to escape. So we don't
The
need to go on this elevator.
So What you are seeing is that a group of people went up the elevator from the lower floor and then ran to the south. There's some muddledness in this room. You're not quite sure what went on there, but at least 3 child-sized tracks went to the south. Possibly 4.
Okay, well, Little Paul's going to relay to the group they need to go back the way they came.
While Little Paul was looking around, Hen's going to have stacked the bodies up in front of the doorway.
Good idea. I think there was a lot of screaming behind there, wasn't there?
More than screaming, there are creatures back there that we don't want to face right now.
Hopefully the door opens this way, though.
Either way, when they bash through, they're going to land in a pile of corpses. I'm hoping that they're not smart enough to open the door.
At least they have a buffet when they come through.
Which will slow them down, hopefully, and let us know that they're on their way.
Either way, let's go find those kids.
All right.
I believe they went this way.
Hey. Huh? Huh?
You close the door.
Oh. What someone else did.
Okay, I was scared for a second. I heard a noise and I thought that came from outside my house.
Well, it's spooky week, apparently, you guys.
It is indeed. Always spooky when you're in a dungeon underground.
Yeah, that's true.
Alhan, you want to get on the other side of this door?
Well, do we know that's the way they went?
Well, we
They
came
could have
from
run
the other
way
way.
when we were occupied.
Didn't we come from this way?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
came
we
from
did.
that way. There was a secret door on that side of the wall that you got through.
Ah, okay, no mind then. I forgot that we came from that side. Yeah, she'll go that.
Right. Opening it up. Oh, didn't hear anyone go, "Who dares enter?"
Disturbs my slumber. No, that does not happen.
Imagine.
Return the slab.
Okay, Han, about the time you get there, roll me a perception check. It's a good perception check. So it's echoing weirdly, and you can't tell exact distance or direction, but the way you are headed, you hear muffled shouts and draconic. You can't quite make them out, but also it seems like the sounds of a struggle. That is coming from the direction in which you are headed. Somewhere down that way.
You okay, Han? Why'd you stop?
Something. There's a commotion ahead. I'm not sure how far. Also, don't let anyone go in that door.
Why not?
That's where those flesh-hungry beasts are.
Oh, right.
Baxter's gonna keep following Henrietta with his weapon drawn.
Little Paul's going to clamber back up onto Elwyn. Also, it's not letting me drag my token, so can you move me, please?
Yeah, mine's being really slow for some reason.
There are walls there, that's why.
How big
Yeah,
is
the
our
path-
basement?
Honestly, it could go on forever, judging by that elevator. But we could disconnect that, and then they'll have a long time to get up here.
Okay, and by the time you round the corner there, the sounds of battle are quite clear. You hear the jabbering of kobolds in Draconic, coming from the south of you. Looking that way, let's see what you can see, Hen.
We should have brought some of the kobolds with us to announce us again.
They're kind of trailing along, well back. Hen, because you have dark vision, you can see what looks like tables on a mess hall of some kind, except benches have been upended recently. This is not a ruin. Well, I mean, it is a ruin, but like the food's fresh. Benches have been upended, dishes have fallen to the floor and gotten scattered.
I will never understand your obsession with people mentioning your name when you enter a room, Kara.
It's to keep up the facade. Gotta act
They're already
the part.
fighting.
Oh, fine.
Okay.
There's a room down here.
Now we're going to actually see some stuff. Hen, as you enter there... There we go. You see this scene before you. 3 large stone tables stand in the middle of this room. The long benches that once stood next to them have been knocked askew and overturned. To the southeast, several wooden stools and shelves stacked in a makeshift barricade block access to a room beyond. Those of you who can speak Draconic can now hear the kobolds just going like, "Get! I can't get the child man has it blocked." And you hear what sounds like a male voice speaking in common from further down, from beyond the barricade, saying, "Stay back to me. I'll keep them off of the door." And Hen, the voice sounds familiar. It sounds like Edgrin Galesong, the Pathfinder that you met back in Falcon's Hollow. You see a bunch of kobolds. All right. And give me a perception check, please, Hen. That is actually good enough. You're going to see one more with your dark vision. You can see a child down the south hallway who is pressed up into a nook against the wall, clearly trying to hide. The kobolds are armed with spears and slings. The 2 up front are trying to tear down the barricade while also defending themselves with their spears from Edgar and Galesong, who is occasionally leaping forward when he feels it's safe to try to grab the spears from them. He is currently unarmed. The ones that are further back are flinging stones with their slings. And this guy right here he has his own thing, as you can see from that image. He has some kind of spiked chain or chain dagger.
Okay.
And with that, I think even if you... So, Kara's got a torch on. It's going to be kind of obvious when she comes into the room. Hen, you do not, which means you do have an opportunity to hide if you wish. What would your first action be upon entering the room?
Seeing Edgar in trouble, she's just going to charge this Kobold warrior.
Excellent. And let's go ahead and roll for initiative then.
Oh wait, that wasn't your initiative. I thought we tied again.
Boop. Boop. Hey, I think I go first.
Would have been funny. Because I technically start the room by charging, can I act before or not?
All right. Hen, give me a stealth check. And let's see if you can get the drop on them enough to manage a surprise action. It's not quite how surprise works in 2nd edition, but I'm willing to give it to you if they don't notice you coming. That is sufficient. So yes, Hen, I will give you not a full turn, but you can charge an attack. A single attack.
Okay.
All right. Going up against that Kobold warrior as you charge forward, seeing your friend in trouble. And you strike the warrior with your dog slicer. Go ahead and roll damage for me there. Oh, a mighty strike indeed. As you immediately just take him out, you just charge up and you just slice this guy right across the back, and he just drops, bleeding profusely. And with that, we are in initiative.
You look like you could use some help.
Hen! Fancy seeing you here.
It's my house.
Oh, yes. You have some uninvited guests. Think you could help with that?
I could sure try.
It is your turn.
Yep. I'm thinking what to do. I think, you know what? I got my gun loaded, so action 1, we will move here. No, not here. Here. Aim at this guy right here. And
The leader.
yes, the leader. And then we will fire.
All right.
Bang,
Ha!
bang, bang. Dang. And then we will use our third action to reload. And
All
then
right.
that'll be my turn.
With a roar, your gun sounds out, but flintlocks being as imprecise as they are, it unfortunately goes wide.
Yeah, for some reason my flintlock is heavily imprecise. Can't seem to fire a shot. I need like an automatic rifle.
All right.
Amazing is you have a plus
It's now
8 to that.
time. Let me actually give that real quick so that he has some light going on. There we go. For those who can see her, the the girl Kimmy Eve Walker is crouched down behind Egrin, and she says, "I can help." Yes, you can, but you're gonna stay back. Got enough to worry about without you getting in the way. This warrior right here was attacking the barricade, but then this goblin ran out of nowhere and just absolutely bodied his fellow soldier.
Gary, no!
He's not happy about that. He is going to try to stab you, Hen.
Come and have a go if you think you're hard enough.
Well, he thought he was hard enough, but he actually wasn't. He's going to go ahead and try it again, hoping for a miracle. And this would take a miracle. Moo. No 20s for the Kobold. He was not expecting combat. You, on the other hand, initiated combat. You're able to parry his still clumsy thrusts as he gets his bearings. This guy is gonna die a little more. Kara, it is your turn.
Normally, I introduce myself as an avatar or disciple of the Hawk, but you know, the kids are here now. So, hi, it's Kara, disciple of Bastet, and it's time for you to die.
Huh?
Can you stop introducing yourself to every corpse?
Remember to target the guy before you attack.
How else will they tell who
As you
sent them in
drop
the
into your
afterlife?
dragon stance, looking very intimidating and kung fu.
Fury of blows, the dragon fails. No.
Your first strike is parried by the warrior, surprisingly enough. but
We're
that's
getting
just the first
tired.
strike.
Oh no. All my good rolls are gone.
You face a master now, a master of the Dark Talon.
Oh, wash your hands.
I think that's only 2 actions for you, or is Flurry of Blows 2 actions?
Movement. I went into my stance.
Oh, dropping into Dragon Stance, right? Yeah, that is correct. Egrin says, "I am very glad to see you and your friends, Hen. He is right at the barricade. Actually, he's going to step back from the barricade. And he takes a lute that unfortunately has been pretty badly broken, but the strings do still make some music. He chokes up very high on the lute and plucks a few strings and launches a telekinetic projectile at the Kobold warrior in front of him. Takes basically a shard of wood from the barricade and makes it fly towards the Kobold warrior.
Ha!
That is a hit. The broken shard of wood impales itself into the Kobold's heart, and he drops. All right, you can take the rest. That's about all I've got left.
Anyway, I thought you were some mighty adventurer.
I'm doing my best here, Hen.
Don't worry, we've got you.
Ygritte, the leader of the Kobolds, glares at Hen across the table,
What do you want,
swinging
Ugly?
his flying talon round and round his head before letting it fly on its long chain, darting towards the goblin. Oh, that's not a good sound. That is a critical hit, not a natural one, so there's no card. But that does beat your AC by more than 10.
Beats it by 11, to be precise.
Beats it by 11, that's right.
Ooh.
As the flying talon just embeds itself into you. And then he jerks it to the side while it's inside your skin. That will be an athletics check at a -2. Luckily, he's a kobold, so he's not super agile.
Oh, that was
Yes,
too close.
that is not going to be enough. So you feel the tug, but the chain does not drag you to the ground. Instead, it just pulls loose and goes back to him.
I was going to ask if I could athletics to like put him at a disadvantage because of that, but okay.
Let me take a look at the.
Because it might be a thing on his weapon where he can just do that at 3 athletics, but usually in athletics is opposed.
Not in second edition, I don't believe.
Okay,
Check just
that
to
might
be
be
sure.
different then.
They did away with a whole lot of opposed checks.
Oh, that doesn't make sense. But fair to streamline it, I guess.
Yeah, to streamline it.
Because then it used to be if there was a trip attempt, which basically that was, and it failed,
Yes,
there was some recompense.
You now attempt an athletics check against the target's reflex DC, which is your reflex save plus 10.
Okay.
So your reflex DC would be 18, which is very good. So it's a failure, but not a critical failure. On a critical failure, I believe you would have had the opportunity to reverse it.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Or, yeah. It was very close. Rolled a 9 against your 18. One less and it would have been a critical failure. But it did do quite a lot of damage as its sharp clawed end buried itself into you and then ripped free. The other child is just going to whimper a little bit and push himself closer against the wall. Little Paw.
Little boy who should be on Elowin.
Who should be on Elwyn, yes. Apparently Little
Yeah.
Paw did not get dragged over there.
Yeah, it's still lagging.
Yeah, mine is lagging something bad too.
Here. Check my connection, make sure it's not my speed. Are you sure it's lagging and not just getting hung up on corners and stuff?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, mine's lagging.
Anyway, Little Paw will draw her daggers and she will basically stay on Elowin, ready to attack anything that comes towards her.
Okay, so you are readying to attack the first enemy that comes within range?
Yep.
Okay, that takes 2 actions. You actually do have 1 action left if you want to do something else.
No, then that's it for now.
Okay. You have that ready. Elowin, why are you now first in the initiative order?
Because I'm sorry.
Oh, you didn't roll?
I didn't get to before because it was being slow.
Okay, we're gonna drop you in now then. I'm gonna drag you down just past Little Paw. So it is your turn.
Okay. In that case, let me see. How far? Okay, it's not too far. Sorry, lagging. She's going to cast Phase Bolt.
Okay.
Because I believe that doesn't have any. Yeah.
All right, you cast Phase Bolt. Who are you targeting?
I forgot to target, yeah.
Which one are you targeting?
The sorry, his name is behind the thing. Egric, right? He's an enemy.
Okay. Yeah, the guy
Okay.
with the spike chain.
Yeah. Okay.
Or the
just wanna
chain
make
dagger,
sure.
rather.
Want to make sure I'm not accidentally attacking a kid.
Egric is, in fact, that will hit. Egric with the
Perfect.
phase bolt. As you call upon the power of Pharasma to create a bolt of magical energy that seems to skip through the air.
Yeah.
Until it smacks into it. Doing only a little bit of damage, but definitely getting his attention.
Nice.
His head snaps up and he says in Draconic, "Caster."
Eloin's like, I don't know what he said, but I don't think it meant good things for me.
He definitely said it towards you.
Yeah.
Whatever it was.
And then she's gonna move forward.
All right. We will move little Paul with you.
Thank you.
Poor little Paul gets
All
smaller
right.
every session.
Kara, the surprisingly good at martial arts kobold before you, takes his spear and begins jabbing it at you, trying to get it past your defenses.
You cannot stand against the Dark Talon style.
You may have... Oh, that's a critical miss. Oh, dear.
Was that your best shot?
No, this is my best shot. Okay.
You're out of your league. Surrender.
And he is going to step away from you.
All right, where you are weak on offense, you are strong on defense. Now I see.
Hen, it is your turn.
Okay. There's not enough room for me to step across the side of the table to where the other kobold went down, is there?
I would say no, because the kobold warrior is there defending that square. Because this kobold warrior is defending it. So they effectively.
All right, let's take care of that then.
Unless you want to try a tumble through check. Solid hit.
Ooh.
2 solid hits. You hit with both your dog slicers as you go for your double strike. Your first shot bites deep into his shoulder, and then the second just takes his head clean off. All right. That is 2 actions for you.
Another action is to walk right here.
Okay.
Best make peace with your gods, scaled one.
You are hanging by a thread. I can smell your blood.
All right.
Baxter Bones.
Smells better
Baxter
than you.
is going to look at the leader, aim his gun. And try to fire again. Come on. Boop.
Oh,
Gosh.
by one. By one. You almost.
Reload and shoot again with the multi-attack penalty.
Huh.
Oh, you're so close both times.
This is going. I can smell your blood, goblin. I know you're about to draw. What the fuck?
As the bullet just whizzes right by his ear, followed immediately by another one going by his other side.
Those were warning shots. Flee now, and you shall not die by the goblin's hand.
I'm just picturing him dodging like Neo in the Matrix.
Kimmy Eve Walker looks to Egren and says, "Give me a weapon, I can fight." "I don't have any weapons, Kimmy, and you're not fighting." He dies a little more. Gara, it is your turn.
Gonna move there,
Okay.
and then three blows on the Kobold Warrior.
Okay.
Hit this time,
As you
right?
sidestep into flank. But once again, the defenses of this warrior. He's not very good at attacking, but he sure seems to be defending all right.
We should have taken a rest.
Ah, but your second blow strikes true. He can't dodge you forever.
Dragon Tail, open palm technique.
You hit him. He staggers, but he's still standing.
Okay, so that was a move of fury.
One action for the move, one action for the flurry of blows, and you have one action remaining.
That didn't sound good. Oh no, that was a crit.
Sounds like a critical. Yeah. Oh. This is gonna. I'm not sure this is gonna matter. Yeah, solid blow, triple damage. Yeah, that's not gonna matter. He's got like 1 hit point left.
1-inch tail
But
slash.
go ahead and roll it. Roll your critical damage. Yeah. And that's gonna do triple, which I'm
picturing
pretty sure.
her tail just taking his head straight off.
Yeah, like negative 27, you insta kill. Describe that as you will.
So Kara spins around, really annoyed that she's been missing so much lately, and just whips her tail around as fast as she can, right at his neck, severing it bone from flesh.
You kick off his head. Just instant death there.
Surrender, or Hen will do worse to you.
You have taken out all of Higrick's forces, and he does not look happy with that. He dies a little more.
course, kids are going to get scarred.
Well,
There
yeah,
won't be a
the
lie.
trauma unfortunately is real.
But
Nothing a
there'll be
little therapy
lie.
can't solve.
Exactly.
Sure, therapy's a public commodity in this culture, right?
Yeah. Universal healthcare. No.
He's not going to use one of his composition members on that. Egrin is going to, like, physically hold Kimmy back to keep her from jumping forward and grabbing a sharp stick to join the fray. I said, no, Hen's got this. Hen has this covered. We know Hen. She's got this covered.
Kimmy, I swear to God, you pick up a weapon, I'm breaking your hand.
You may have killed my men, but I am another story.
With the
Let's
same
see
ending.
how perceptive he has been. Will he be able to get an idea of what classes you are? And that's a pretty good perception check. So he's going to take a step back because he's pretty sure you have a reactive strike, probably. And then he's going to do a move action.
Yeah, little fucker's right. I do have reactive.
Yeah. You fight like a fighter, what with the double dog slicers.
If anything, I fight like a barbarian. It's my armor that says I'm not.
Yeah. He's gonna move there. And once again send his flying talon at Hen.
Let us see if your hero can stand against this.
Be hilarious if he misses twice.
Oh my god.
He does miss, in fact. He does, in fact, miss. Once again the deadly blades of the chain shoot towards you, and you just take one of your dog slicers and parry it away expertly. And at that point, Igrik's already pale white scales turn a little bit paler.
That's not going to work more than once. I've seen the trick now.
Ikra is just going to be hidden. Little Paw, it's your turn.
I'll look around, see if I can spot him.
If you can spot whom?
The kobold.
Oh, you can definitely see the kobold. You got dark vision. You saw him move right past there. He's not trying to hide.
Okay. Well, that being the only problem left, she is going to launch herself off of Elwin's head. And in the darkness, attempt to sneak attack him.
I don't think it's actually dark in that corner anymore. I think Kara's light is illuminating it.
Well, I'm tiny, so maybe he was.
um. Okay, you haven't made a move yet, so what I'm gonna do is give you a stealth check to see if you manage to remain hidden enough to do a sneak attack here. DC is 17 to beat his perception. And you got it on the dot. Okay, sneak attack. I'm imagining like you scamper and leap off the hair, and suddenly the camera does slow motion as it rotates around you, as you just grab your two daggers, and then fast motion again as you jam them into it. That is a crit. Oh, that is a crit. Oh dear.
Oh boy.
This is piercing, so crit effects gain a +2 circumstance bonus to AC until the end of your next turn from guarded strike. That may or may not be relevant, but we will see. Okay, your first attack does 7 points of damage to him. That hurts him, but he's still up. And then crit damage to him. He is still up.
Just haven't done my sneak attack yet.
That's right. You do get your sneak attack.
Honestly, it's a shame that Little Poor isn't a flying squirrel. That would have been awesome.
Wow.
No, like you just jump off Elowin's head and glide across and land on him.
The Royal Air Force coming to the rescue.
How do sneak attack?
It's supposed to be automated, but because this was special circumstances and I didn't set you as hidden, it is not going to do that automatically, but that's okay because we can go into your class features. You do an extra 1d6 precision damage. So roll a d6. That is an extra 2 points of damage. As you twist that little knife in him. And roll a d6 again, because you did 2 attacks and 2 hits. Or a sneak attack, something you can only do once a round. Let me check that real quick.
It doesn't say once around on the thing.
No, it's whenever he can't properly defend himself, which would count here. He's still up, but he is bleeding profusely from tiny puncture wounds.
Ferret blunder.
As he wriggles to knock you off him, and you land nimbly on your paws next to him. Oh, you kobolds, always dying. Elowin, it is your turn.
Indeed.
Hen is looking very poorly. Otherwise, your compatriots seem to be handling this pretty well.
Indeed. Let's heal Hen.
Right. Are you going to use a spell, or are you going to use your combat healing?
Yes, I'm gonna use. Oh yeah, I could use my combat healing. Let's try that.
Okay.
I forgot I can do
believe
that.
You have to actually be next to them to do that.
Okay.
Let me. Have medicine. Yes, and you could do. Each person can get get battle medicine once a day.
Right.
So you roll your medicine check, just like you would with treat wounds. That is a success. That is, in fact, a critical success, which means not only do you heal Hen in the middle of battle, you do an incredibly good job.
So it's 2d8?
And
Or do I?
no, 48.
Okay.
48 because you critted.
Okay. I didn't know if it was double the dice or double the.
Yes, it is double the dice. All right, that's gonna give Hen back quite a lot. As Hen, Elowen just kind of leaps over, slap a medicated patch on you or something like that, like a patch soaked in herbs. You know, ties it real quick with gauze, kind of nods.
Pat you on the shoulder. Get there.
For some reason, they put a bandage on your head that, you know, shaped like an X.
What is this strangely adorable white kitty head on here?
It's
And
to make you
having
feel
been
better.
patched
Does it
up-
work?
Having been patched up, Hen, it is now your turn.
Oh yeah. Moving up, I'm just going to slice into him, or at least attempt to.
All right. You will successfully slice into him. As you land a solid hit with your dog slicer, he is barely standing, bleeding from the many puncture wounds that Little Paw gave him, bleeding even more from the slash you just gave across his chest as he jerked back to try to avoid the blow. A stiff breeze would knock him out. And there you are, Hen, with one more action left.
Oh, if I had an action left, I would have used that on double slice.
I think you did, right? Because you moved. That was one action. And that leaves you with two left, right?
Depending on the state of the table, I didn't have enough movement to get here in one move.
Oh, okay. All right, that's fair enough. But he is barely hanging
If the
on.
table is perfectly stable and like up, then I wouldn't.
It's stable. It's a stone. It's a stone table. You know, it's stable
Okay, because you
enough,
said the benches were over. I wasn't sure if
Yes.
the tables were as well.
The benches are over, but the tables are. I mean, the benches are, you know, Kobold make. They're like scrap wood. The tables, on the other hand, have clearly been here since the Dwarven era.
All right. Yeah, then I'll slice into him and then lean in and be like, "Who's bleeding now? You're gonna taste
King
so
Murloc
good."
Crep will kill all of you.
And Baxter Bones, it is your turn.
Baxter is going to look at him, draw his gun.
Not afraid of you, dog.
You may not
He
be
says-
afraid of me, good sir, but I must say, you look quite well with a bullet in between your eyes.
You haven't done it so far. You're not gonna be able to do it this time.
And right between the eyes. Roll your damage, Baxter Bones. Yeah, that's gonna be more than enough. As he dies in mid-sentence. As you shoot him.
Baxter's gonna like twirl his gun like gunslinger style, blow the smoke. Jolly
And
fun,
that is
chaps.
the end of that combat encounter.
Baxter would then
Kimmy-
rush this way.
Yeah, Kimmy immediately scrambles over the barrier and says, Mikra! Mikra, it's safe!
Where are the other kids? There's only two that was down there.
Yeah, I'll explain the whole story, Egrin says. Mikra comes out of the darkness. Kimmy hugs him. Mikra is looking very scared and looking very confused. He doesn't seem to. I mean, he grasps what's happening, but he doesn't seem to have the quickest mind. And Kimmy gives him a
Mikra's-
big hug and then immediately, like, turns to make sure that he's defended.
Mikra is the one from that Baxter talked to from the shop, right?
Yes, he is the butcher's son.
Baxter's gonna come up to Mikra and be like, "You doing okay, kid?"
It has been scary. Scared. And they took and he bursts into tears.
Baxter is going to look to him, like get down on a knee, look him in the. Well, actually, Baxter probably is about the same height as a child, so he'd probably be standing. He wouldn't even get down to a knee. He'd like put his hands on his shoulders, look at Mikira or Mikra. No, don't target him. I'm not shooting Mikra.
Don't shoot, Mikra!
And then basically
shoot
look to
Kimmy.
him and where's the ability? Give me 1 sec, I gotta find it.
Yeah, Hen's gonna sort of pull Egrin to one side.
And kind of like and basically so he's gonna sorry, I'm trying to think of how to say this. He's gonna look to Mikra and be like, I get that it's scary, but if we're gonna be able to help all of your party, your friends, we need to know where they are lost. So I get that this
Kimmy
is
will
really-
actually try to interpose herself between you and Mikra. Leave him alone. He's scared.
I can tell he's scared.
I can tell you anything you need to know. You just leave him alone.
Shit.
Very well, Kimmy. Where are the rest of the kids?
More importantly, where's Creed's kid?
She'll end up telling you exactly what Egrin will. So I'm just gonna do it with Egrin and Hen. But Kimmy is also telling Baxter.
Yeah, Hen
Okay.
basically goes to Egrin and is like, two things. What the fuck and how the fuck? Pick an order.
After we left, you had talked about this place, talked about the Droskaran ruins. We thought, well, surely there's something there for the Pathfinder Chronicles. So we came here. We weren't expecting to run into a whole Kobold tribe. The rest of my group, except for Tyrion, they died in the fighting against the Kobold. He pauses a moment to collect himself.
Oh shit.
Garga, Merc, they're dead. Tyrion, we, soon after we arrived, The kobolds brought in these 5 kids. Well, I mean, that torrid, we had to escape. We weren't about to let them do whatever they were going to do with the kids. They kept talking about some ritual. I couldn't get the details out of them. So, during the changing of the guard, we, kobold holding pens. They basically converted one of their hatcheries into a jail cell. It wasn't very hard to break out of. But they were on us almost instantly. Tyrion and Holland. That's one of the children, Holland. They didn't make it to the elevator with us. The kobolds use paralytic poison, and got Tyrion, and got the child, Holland. I presume they got recaptured. The rest of us made it up the elevator. We went down one of the tunnels, and the Creed boy, Jurin, he was taken by something in that tunnel. Chains and smoke. I don't know what it was. We fled. I may have panicked a little. I'm not proud of that. But me and the other 3 children fled. We got disoriented. We ran into this room for the same direction you did, and the kobolds were here in the mess hall. Kimmy and I managed to push past them into the kitchen. Mikra ran down the hall to hide. Savram Vade ran the other direction. I suppose he'd be somewhere that way, and Egrin points to the north passage that you came down in. It was all confusing. We were unarmed. Savram's got to be somewhere down that passage. I think we kept the kobold's attention on us, so I think he got away.
Keep hoping.
I don't know what that thing was that took Jurin. I can't quite remember the directions, but it was a rough-hewn passage, like a natural cave passage, just off of the elevator.
We'll check.
I guess that means we know where we're going next.
Don't get me wrong.
Hen's going to turn on Kimmy now.
Don't get me wrong, Kimmy. I'm glad
And
you're
Kimmy
safe.
has just finished. Kimmy has just finished telling Baxter the same thing, in a more childlike manner. Like, despite her being brave and wanting to be an adventurer, she is still, 12.
Kimmy.
Yes?
Tell me that this was not your idea.
The only idea was we were dared to spend the night in the old orphanage, and it was just up the road. The ruins were spooky, but it's just up the road. It's not even in the forest.
Okay. Han's going to raise her dog slicer that she hasn't put away yet and hold it out right in front of her. Kimmy, I dare you to run straight at me. Is it a good idea? Exactly. Even if these kobolds weren't out there, you don't know what's in the forests.
It wasn't. I just wanted to be like you and Egrin.
You have years to become like us. Train to become strong. All you've done by accepting that dare is put you and every single one of your friends in deathly danger.
Oh, it's more than that, Hen. The entire town is paying the price right now.
I don't care about the town.
I do. Egrin
Creed,
says, Hen, I think you've made your point.
Hen will
She made a mistake.
sheath the blade.
She's...
Look, what we have seen on our way in here is not just kobolds. Kobolds are the weakest things we've seen in here, and they were able to capture those kids no problem. There are things still alive in that corridor. I say alive. There are monsters in that corridor, back the way we came, that we didn't want to deal with. Now we're going to have to, just to make sure they didn't get rid of one of the children. And then we've got to go chase some chains in the smoke to find the other one.
We had no way of knowing. Only the children were dragged down here. They didn't choose to come to this ruin. They know better than that.
I know. But the fact was, if they weren't out of the town, it would have been harder for the kobolds to grab them. Who dared you in the first place? She's going to turn her head back to Kimmy.
It was the daughter of the camp foreman.
Right, I'll be having words with her too. For now, keep Mikra safe. That's your job, Kimmy. You brought him here, you keep him alive.
Right. She goes over to the makeshift barricade and finds herself a good thwacking stick. Egrin says, I'd like to help if I can, but I'm down to just cantrips.
Egrin,
I used all my healing magic on the kids.
you're going to take them out of here.
What about the others?
We're here.
Is the way clear to the stairs up?
As long as you don't open any doors, yes.
Trust me, I'm not opening anything else in this place.
Yes, there is a door that's sealed to a room full of undead.
When I was hidden in the kitchen, I saw that there was a hollow of some kind in the wall. Obviously, I didn't have time to check it. You might want to take a look at it. Kimmy, Iker, let's get out of here. Let's get you home. And Kimmy, of course, immediately says, what about Savram and Jurin and Holland? Hen is very capable. Hen's friends are very capable. They will do everything they can to rescue them, but I need to get you back home.
If they do not wish to go all the way, there is a safe room upstairs. And Hen will describe exactly where that room is. And it's the room that the kobold had taken up there.
Okay,
the one that we fed to the wolves.
Yeah, the kobold's bunk room. All right.
If that's as far as they'll go, then that's as far as they'll go. You should be able to rest up there as long as you bar the door.
All right. Be careful, Hen. There's a lot more down here than we thought.
Careful's my middle name.
I see. I thought it was.
Yeah, all right.
For future
anybody else have
reference,
anything?
we are claiming claim to this base and basement once this is over. Anyone coming in here will be trespassing.
I will keep that in mind.
There will be a room for the Pathfinders that come this way once we've sorted everything out.
Yeah, once we've sorted everything out, I'm sure there's plenty here to write a chronicle about, but that will wait for another expedition.
There is a reason that I didn't tell you too much about this place. I was going to write that chronicle.
Well, you still have the opportunity.
Nah, I can't
Farewell,
spell
friend.
I'm so tempted to take that kid with us.
Who, Kimmy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Be with us.
No, she's way too foolhardy.
Exactly.
yeah, she wants it quite a lot to be an adventurer. Although even she at this point is like after her cursory, what about the other kids? She's like, all right, let's go. And you can see like her hands tremble as she holds uh, her new thwacking stick.
Hen will interject and say, "Not that way.
Yeah, we haven't cleared that way yet.
We haven't gone that way."
All right, can you sketch out a direction for us then?
Yeah, she's gonna be like, up there, go right, go through until you cannot go through any more, go south until you hit the furnace room, go out that way.
All right. And they will do so. You have rescued Edgren and 2 of the 5 children. A very good job.
At the
But
moment
now,
that
what are
Kimmy
you going to
and
do?
Mikra are out of earshot, Hen's gonna say, at least one of those kids is definitely dead at this point.
Yeah, we need to prioritize not going after Serpent because if that kid is gone, that town's going to pay the price.
Like I said, I don't care about the town, I care about the people in it.
Yeah, that's what I'm
But
talking
let's
about.
go.
Reed is going to
Even
kill
if
the
they-
villagers.
Even if the kid is dead, wouldn't it be nice to have closure? Shouldn't we at least look for the body?
Oh, we'll look for the body. The fact is, the only room that way that we haven't been to is the undead room, where the kobold was eaten in like 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Ken, that is not entirely true, or at least you don't know that it's entirely true, because in addition to the door you saw that was north right after the elevator, there is also a door to
This
the
way.
north, directly north from where you are right now, that you can see with your dark vision.
Hen hadn't seen it, purely because she was focused on the fight.
Fair enough.
So as she goes here, she's going to go, wait, there is another door. It might not lead to the undead. Let's try there first.
Close it really quickly if it's the same room. Whereas I'm going this way for Creed.
Okay. Description of what you see here. When you open this door, and everybody else go ahead and move yourself where you would be. The kobold slaves, by the way, are kind of standing in the hallway looking at you. Saying, Harold, there was a reason for the tasty smoothskins to be saved?
Yes. And it is not knowledge you should have.
Then we will trust your divine judgment. They did look tasty, though.
I can only imagine the reaction of the kids passing them by.
Well, they're the other direction. No, the kids did go that way. Yeah. Yeah. A little bit of a start.
Oh, that's a body, isn't it?
It is, but it is a body in a cell. What you see is an ossuary that is cold stone and full of the sound of dripping water. A dark corridor runs north down the center of the room. On either side, two large bays open into small niches that contain old skeletons. At the far end of the corridor, up on the northern end, rests a large iron anvil.
Okay, and who did they say was in here?
Severin.
Or came this way, Severin, right? Or was that the one that got picked up by the chain ghost?
No, Durin Creed got picked up by the chain ghost.
Okay.
Which is, I suppose, what we're calling it for the moment.
Until we know what it is.
Yeah, Savram Vade. Basically, when Kimmy and Miska and Egrin ran through the kobolds into the kitchen, Savram ran the other direction.
Okay.
So, Hen, you can see all the way to the back of this hallway, where there is a large iron anvil, kind of similar to, not exactly the same, but kind of similar to the one that you saw upstairs that was dedicated to Torag.
Mm-hmm.
If you remember that.
Yeah. I'm guessing this is the one that's slightly more worn because it's the one for endless toil.
You'd have to examine it closer to be sure, but from what you know of Dwarven culture and the fact that this monastery converted to Droskar, that's not a bad guess.
All right. Hen's going to draw her blades again.
Okay.
And then harshly whisper, well, not harshly stage whisper, as it were. Severin.
And you hear two things. First of all, you hear a sort of reedy, very frightened voice say, "Here! Behind the anvil!" And he calls out a little too loud. And you start hearing the rattling of decrepit iron bars. As if something is alive or animate within this within the cells.
Question, Zerp.
Mm-hmm.
Could I roll investigation to see if I could figure out or perception using scent to see if I can figure out the exact location of, or like the general area of where Severin would be hiding?
You actually do have scent as a precise sense, so yes.
All right.
Yes, it is in fact right where he said, behind the altar.
Okay. And I can tell that it's definitely human and not like something like pretending to be human.
There is... You have not met Savram Vade yet, have you?
I have not. I'm more of like checking to see if like there's where he is and if there's anything like in the area around him that would smell.
It is enough human that you can tell it's not like a dead body.
Okay.
there does seem to be a strange clinging bit of grave rot smell, but that could just be from the room.
All right.
But not enough for it to be an undead. On the other hand, you definitely smell the rot coming. Old bones is what you smell coming from the alcoves on either side.
Well, time to. He draws his gun because when there's the smell of old bones, there's a chance they're gonna move.
Yeah, and you are hearing rattling at old iron bars.
Yep.
And creaking as if hinges are starting to give way.
Would have been so much
What does everybody
easier.
do?
The creaking, does it sound closer or further from where we are?
It's coming from that hallway there and that hallway there.
So, theoretically, Severin could run straight towards me down the middle and not be facing the bars.
Yes. You see on either side of
Okay.
this passage appears to be stone. You don't see any
Okay.
bars here.
Then I will say to Severin, run to me now.
He will. And right about the time he reaches you, you hear the bars give way.
I would like to grab him and pull him behind me so that he's closer to the door and push him towards Elowen.
Elowen will take him in like a heartbeat.
All right. The question is with you. Are you going to immediately retreat from this room, or are you going to stay and see what's going on?
Well, it looks like Kara has moved into position to fight whatever's coming.
Or at least
So
protect
Hen is
her
going
and get
to
out.
move to, yeah, Hen's at least going to move to the opposite side.
Okay.
Yep.
Go ahead and position yourself there, and then we will drop into initiative.
But yeah, no, Baxter's going to, since Severin is going to be in front of Elowen, like right here, Baxter's going to stand in front of Severin.
Okay. And where did you push? You push Savin.
Yeah, push him
out there.
towards Elowen, and then Elowen said that they grab him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got it.
So now we got a barricade
Um,
surrounding him.
Little Paw, did you get left behind again? I think you did.
Paw? Or Little Paw?
There you go.
Who now got to
Up
see
we
into
go.
the abyss.
Into the
Um,
abyss. What did it see?
Lestia,
That's me.
Elwyn does not feel right in this room. It's a very faint feeling. But she just does not feel right. Something.
Does it feel perhaps like there might be undead around?
You normally can't just feel undead, not without casting a spell to detect them. This is something else. It's very faint. But it has. Like. You do immediately think of undeath, but it's not undead itself.
Gotcha.
There's some sort of energy permeating this place. And meanwhile, everybody drop yourself into combat encounter.
What Elowen's gonna do with that information is she's gonna give the child straight to Verona, for that to be like Verona's primary job is to like protect the child.
Okay.
And then yeah, she'll
Down to
focus
the side
obviously on
there.
keeping everyone alive. But she's also gonna know, she's gonna be like, there's something not right here.
The fact that the cell doors just came off their hinges is a fairly good indicator of that as well.
Yeah, but if she's feeling something, she
Yeah.
will say something.
All right. Who have we got in the order right now? Little Paw, Baxter Bones, Kara, Eluin. We are waiting on Hen.
It's a shame that the rolls you get for initiative don't go towards your shots.
Oh, that didn't count. Okay.
You've been at the top of the initiative every single encounter.
Close to it, at least. Oh, Hen doing pretty good there, too. All right. So this
Yeah, sorry,
encounter
I thought I was
begins-
already in the combat track, but apparently it didn't work.
That's fine. Let's... Oh, no. There we go. Should be... Well, it's going to say... Oh, wait, no. I can go back. Previous round. Yes.
The poor kid is right
there we
in
go.
front of
I
the
did that right now.
kobolds.
Little Paw, you are the quickest, as your ferret senses tell you there is something moving that should not be moving. The undead feel wrong. Just in general, undead feel wrong. And you are, of course, alerted to their motions by the fact that 4 of the cell doors rip off their hinges.
Little Paw is going to move into the room. And then ready an attack for the first thing that comes into range.
Okay. Hen, it is your turn.
Okay.
You cannot yet see what is coming out of the cells, but you definitely just saw 2 of the cell doors explode into the hallway.
Okay.
As if torn from their moorings.
I would like to use an action to ready an action, and I would like to ready double strike at the first thing that comes within range. That is not a friendly.
You cannot ready double strike. Readying an action takes 2 of your 3 actions, and it allows you
damn,
to
does it?
ready
Okay.
1 action thing.
I thought it was the opposite way around. I thought it took an action to ready.
No. It takes 2 actions to ready. The upside to that is that it no longer moves you out of initiative order.
Okay, well, I'll do that then. I will ready an attack, because there's currently nothing I can see in front of me, and I'm not going forward in case there's a trap.
All right. You draw your sword back. You're ready to strike at the first thing that sees you. One of the doors that flew out is like right in front of you. So
Yeah, so I just wait for that to come into range.
okay. Are you doing anything with your final action?
No, because I readied, which takes 2 actions, like you just said, and then my other action is held. Or is that
No,
separate?
that's not how it. The 2 actions you spend means you're going to get a held action later that you designate.
Oh,
You
okay.
basically spend 2 and you get 1, but you still have that 3rd action in your turn.
I don't think I really have anything.
In that case, it is the turn
Yeah, no,
of
I've got nothing.
Master Bones.
Huh. Your profile will pop up there.
Baxter Bones.
Baxter Bones.
Oh, I see a reload.
Oh, did we lose Baxter?
Are they muted? Are their connection wrong?
Oh, my mic's been muted this whole time.
All right.
No, I'm gonna hold my.
Welcome back.
I'm gonna use action 1 to sheath my gun, so that I can draw I don't know why that's drawn. That should to draw my dagger.
All right. Your
Because
silver
I
dagger.
have, yep, because I have 2 bullets left, and also, silver usually works against undead or monsters.
Sometimes.
Sometimes,
Yeah,
yeah.
depends on the undead. They're not universal against undead, but
Yep.
sometimes.
Sometimes,
All
which is
right.
why he, and then,
So an action to sheathe, an action to draw.
And then I'm gonna end my turn there.
Okay. Kara. The closest door that flew open for you is that one right there, 10 feet in front of you. And then there was another one back here.
Oh, I just wish I had a quicker button for apply effect to that. Gonna move forward.
Okay. I believe at this point you might be able to... Well, no, you still can't really see one.
I see one here.
What you do see is an inanimate dwarven skeleton that looks like you rotted in a cell.
Continue moving.
And now you see an animate dwarven skeleton.
Oh, hi there.
Ah.
Sorry, I don't speak dead.
Give me a...
Little boy's gonna pipe up. I think he likes you.
Give me a religion check if you want, or some kind of lore applicable to undead.
Like anyone.
Religion. Could I do Arcana instead?
No, not for undead. Undead is religion.
Okay.
No, it is a skeleton and it is moving. That is the extent of what you know. And skeletons should not be moving. Its eyes are glowing a sickly yellow.
Yeah, she's just gonna stand by the hole. She doesn't speak dead because it will be dead again soon enough.
Mm-hmm.
So Furia blows.
Good. Okay.
I forget if my hisses are good or bad. I didn't have it targeted.
Hisses is just you attacking. Yeah, you did not have a target, but that will hit. As your fist hits bone, chipping some of it away, but, you know, it's a skeleton. It can handle a few chips. Second attack. As you do your quick double strike.
Oh
Second
no.
attack, unfortunately, will critically fumble. Oh dear. Unarmed. Until healed, you take a -2 circumstance penalty to checks and saving throws.
Wait. My unarmed attacks are unarmed?
Yes. As with that second strike, you hit the bone, and it just sends a jolt of pain up your arm. Because bone's hard.
What are you made out of? Bone?
Kara, they're not going to answer to your quips.
Okay, now, Hen, you see one, so you can also make a religion check if you wish.
Nope.
Now, animated skeleton. What else is there to know? Who's there? One step down the hall, and then he reaches up and takes off his head and
What in
throws
the
it at you.
Castlevania?
And he throws it at you.
He's not going to recite Shakespearean quotation.
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
Nice
What a
reference.
reference.
I appreciate that.
You know, since he's dead, he can take off his head and recite Shakespearean quotation.
Oh, okay. My brain did not catch that.
Got stuck in my head. Thanks.
I had to do it as a dramatic monologue, so be happy about that.
Baxter will quote Shakespearean with their school.
I wonder if one of these is called Yorick. Technically, all of them are.
You
if they can
managed
throw
to
their head.
dodge the skull that roars at you as it flies past you down the hallway.
Can I reactionary kick it towards Little Paw?
Actually, that's going to depend on this because it is such a disturbing thing to see that it has a chance of demoralizing you. However, it will not. You are made of sterner stuff. So you actually can do that, but you hit it, it hits the back wall, and it starts sort of bouncing around as if it's got a mind of its own. Slowly, like,
Alright, I'll kick it the other way then.
Yeah, slowly, like, bouncing down the hall to its owner. And just so you know, until it can get back, that particular skeleton is blind. That's all he can do. This guy steps out and immediately triggers your ready to action. That will hit.
Won't do as much as it probably should, but it'll do 2. Maybe.
Slashing. No damage from that. Skeletons have resistance 5 against slashing.
Yeah, resistance used just half damage. Now it's annoying as fuck.
Yep. I mean, it's been that way since 3.5, honestly. Where they changed it from takes half damage to damage resistance 5.
They didn't change that in 3.5, I can promise you that.
Oh, okay. Well, might be misremembering. It's been a long time. But regardless,
half damage from slashing, double from bludgeoning, and resistance to and immune to critical hits in 3.5.
Okay.
Then again, all undead was immune to critical hits.
He will attempt to bite you with his undead skeleton jaws. That sounded like a whiff to me. Missed by 1. Just barely you managed to hold him off. And he will snap at you again, because skeletons are mindless undead and do not have strategy so much. However, that one misses by even more. So basically, you're like, you swing with your blade. It does no damage, but it does let you put pressure on him to where, like, when he darts his head forward and starts snapping at you, you're able to keep it just inches from your tasty green flesh. Kara, you stepped up and attacked this guy. He is gonna just mindlessly react to attack you back, attempting to bite you.
Oh, it tickles.
Let's see. Well, we're gonna see how much it tickles.
Oh, I thought that was the roll. Shit, I just jinxed it.
No, that's still a whiff. But he's gonna try it 2 more times Because again, skeletons are mindless. They don't really have a lot in the way of strategy.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah, yeah. 3 misses as your deft kung fu skills are able to just keep him at bay and block everything.
What does critical do?
Nothing, because it wasn't an actual one.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Critically failed attacks only draw from the fumble deck if they are natural ones. Just like critical successes only draw from the crit success deck if they're natural 20s. Elwyn, it is your turn. From where you are...
Indeed.
Hen's going to call out that we need some bludgeoning weapons up here now.
Yeah, you actually can't see what's going on right now, Elwyn, because the room is dark. Okay. Because Kara went down that hallway, her light is no longer illuminating the room.
Well, Hen called out for help, so she's gonna go help.
Called out for help from around abouts here? Somewhere?
Probably like...
I'll let you get past Baxter there.
Oh, you need me to move?
I might. Just a little bit. Take your...
It may not let you corner that. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, now you can see just the barest tip of that skeleton that is attacking Hen. Go ahead and roll me a religion check there, Elwyn.
That's what I was waiting my whole life for.
This is kind of your area of expertise. Actually,
yeah,
I will let you roll for Rasma lore for this.
Do I have to? Because I only have a +5 to that, and I have a +8 to religion.
So it's up to you. You can roll either one. Generally speaking, if there's an applicable lore, the DC is going to be lower.
Oh.
But you don't know how much lower.
Yeah,
because religion is general. The lore side of things is something you've definitely studied.
Well, yeah, let's go with the Pharasma one then. Either way, because then it's like based on her own experience.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Well, with that roll, you weren't getting it anyway.
Yeah.
Darn.
So once again, this is obviously an animated skeleton. That doesn't take any roll to check. Anything special about it, you don't understand. You haven't fought enough skeletons yet to really have an idea of what they're capable of.
Hen will pass on that some of them can throw their skulls and bring them back to them.
Yes, you do see a skull sort of bouncing its way back down the hallway.
Okay, that's interesting.
Next time I'll try and catch it.
Okay. Was that one of the actions?
That was not. That was reflexive, just to see if you know the lore. Okay,
well, would she know? She probably wouldn't know anything it might be resistant to, huh?
Hen said we need bludgeoning purely because she knows that her blades didn't do much.
Yeah, common sense. If you swing with a slashing weapon, you're as likely to hit the spaces between the bones as hit any bones.
Okay.
Other than the common sense, though, you're not really sure.
Well, then, a
lot of undead have resistances. Normally, you can't poison undead.
That's true. I'm gonna electrically acid splash it, then.
Electrical acid splash. All right.
Oh, wait, unless that's something that would hit Hen.
No, it will not. However, because of the angle you're at, he is going to have cover.
It's just a small hallway.
It is. It is a small hallway and very difficult to maneuver in. Okay. Yeah. All right, so that registers a hit, but because he has cover and you only hit by 1, you are going to miss. That said, it will still acid splash actually splash? +1 splash electrical damage. So it actually will take that 1 splash electrical damage,
Okay.
which crackles over its bones and appears to have absolutely no effect.
Oh, darn. Good to know.
No nervous system to electrocute.
Yeah. I'm going to. Oh, do I have my thing out already? Hold on.
I think I ran that wrong. I think the splash should have also affected Hen, but I told you that falsely at the beginning, so I'm not going to do that.
That's fair. Am I able to cast another spell on this turn, or do I have to do something else?
I think if it had hit, it would have caught me.
You don't have any actions left because Acid Splash took 2, and then moving.
Oh, and I moved. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. And Frona's gonna stay back with the kid. Just make sure the kid is safe.
Okay. Actually, no, he's gonna throw his skull too, because that's an awesome thing to do.
Just make the Lego breaking sound effect.
Yes. He takes off his head. And throws Not Murray the skull at Kara. That sounded like a miss to me. It is a miss. Once again, the skull flies past Kara down the hallway and then starts bouncing its way back. Until it gets back, that particular skeleton is blind.
Well, that certainly won't get you ahead in death.
He'll never be the head of a major corporation. Little Paw, who, unlike Elwyn, can see in the dark, but is not currently angled to be able to see skeletons.
Little boy is going to retreat and sheath her daggers. Daggers do not much against skillies.
Yeah.
So she's going to retreat next to Baxter.
Okay.
And just keep watch. Wait, no, sorry. She's going to go through the door and go to where Verona is and then say, "You should go help. I'll watch the kids."
Elwyn, you control Verona. Theoretically, she does have an... Well, she's just hearing this now. So whether or not Verona does what Little Paw says will be up to you. On your turn. In the meantime, Hen, it is your turn. There is a skeleton right in front of you and a headless skeleton a little further back.
Can I turn my swords backwards to do bludgeoning damage at a negative to my attack, or not?
Let's see. That
I
would
forget
be
if that's allowed.
non-lethal. I know you can do non-lethal damage that way. I would say that turning it so you're hitting with the flat of the blade would be the same thing.
The downside is, if it's non-lethal, does it count as lethal to them or not? Because they're not human, so...
Well, if it would actually be non-lethal. But in this case, you're still swinging to kill. You're just trying to use the flat of your blade instead. So I'm going
Yeah.
to let you do it at the same penalty. It's a -2 penalty to do a non-lethal attack.
Okay.
So I'll say it's a -2 penalty to do a bludgeoning attack. Probably making that too easy, but it's a cool idea. Your first strike misses.
13 and 15.
Your second strike also misses. That is one. That is 2 of your actions. You have 1 more left if you want to take a third attack at the MAP or do something else.
Oh,
no!
It was on 19 on my screen and then updated to 1.
Yeah, I saw that as well. That is a melee attack. You overextend yourself as you swing that final swing, and you find yourself off balance. You are going to take a -2 circumstance penalty to attack rolls until the end of your next turn.
Son of a...
Baxter Bones. You Okay. You're coming through very, very faintly on the mic.
Can you hear me better now?
Yes, much better.
Am I gonna take a penalty, or is that just enough to be able to hit him?
From where you are, hang on, let me maneuver this real quick. Let's see what the best angle is. Yeah, you can barely see him there. So from this position right there, you can still see him, but only like the corner of him, which means he's going to have cover, which is a -2 penalty.
Okay,
or rather,
then
plus
I
2
will
is
fight.
AC.
Yeah, I will do the one in front of me and shoot through Xios.
Okay, that will still be a +1 for light cover because somebody's in the way, but only a +1.
But a +1's better than a +2.
This is very true, as our primary school math teachers tried to instill in us.
All right, and actually, shoot, I don't have my gun, so I can't do that. So instead, movement 1. Actually, could I just Could I go from there? Just go straight to here so I can stab him. So let me get my measuring tool.
Go straight to where?
Yeah, that's 20 feet. I could literally just go from here to here.
I
Okay.
think I accidentally hit a key.
Oh, what did you? Hang on.
You
There
disappeared.
we go.
Oh, no, you moved up. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to
You
do
used
that.
the WSAD keys.
I did by accident.
All right.
And
It's still
we're
a
gonna
corner, so he's going to have light cover, but that is only going to be light cover.
Okay, I will
Plus
bite
1 to
him.
AC. Huh! You're biting him. That is a good bite attack. However, with the +1 to his AC, you still miss him.
Gosh darn it.
You're
Okay, I
close.
guess we'll-
You're very close. Like your fangs find purchase, but they just scrape off the bone.
We bite again.
Unfortunately, you only have a +1 on your second attack, which means you got the same number. This is a bone. You should love biting this.
Yes, I know, which is why I went for the
Maybe
bite.
Maybe you could take it between your paws and like gnaw on it a little bit. I don't know.
All right, well that's my 3 actions, so that'll end my turn.
All right, Kara, it's your turn.
Or like the fury of blows.
The dog needs bone treats. You are providing. That is absolutely a hit. As your first strike hits home. And he's your second strike also hits. And he Okay, so skeletons are no longer immune to non-lethal, but they are immune to going unconscious, which means you can drop them to 0, but you can't actually destroy them.
Oh.
I did not realize that until now. You can turn your non-lethal strike into a lethal strike with a -2 penalty, which would still have hit him.
That's good to know.
So if you would like, if you would like to do that, I will let you
I would.
retroactively say you did that. Yes. So yes, he is dead and destroyed.
Oh, hey, look, Baxter, dinner.
Okay, you have one action left because that was your flurry.
Mhm.
This skeleton is still blind.
I forgot to hit target again.
Okay, but that means you hit him by even more, even with changing your non-lethal blows to lethal.
Ooh.
That is quite a lot of damage. Not quite enough to drop him, but oh wow, his bones are chipped. As you strike at his shoulder and like the scapula explodes backwards and one arm just drops to the floor. So now he has no head and no right arm.
Wait, where is his head?
Almost back at its body.
Ah.
So this guy is no longer blinded because his head jumps back onto his body. And he is going to do the same thing again, taking a -1 penalty because you are behind his compatriot. He is going to once again attempt to throw his skull at Hen. I forgot to roll your demoralize for the skull, Kara. Oh well. That's my. That sounds like a hit. That is a hit. As the thrown skull bites into Hen. And as it bites, you feel horrible scalding heat. As it bites down, as its teeth sink into your flesh, you feel it burning.
Yeah.
And 2 of that damage was fire damage.
Well, at least the one's caught a rest.
This is true. Very unlikely to get diseases from that. Which means you cannot add it to your disease collection.
Oh no, what a shame.
And he's gonna kind of hilariously, staggering against the walls, shamble forward. The one in front of you is just gonna try to bite you without throwing his skull. Just because you're in front of him.
Yeah, I know that. That tracks.
Yeah. No other reason. That is a big miss. That's a miss by quite a lot. But you can't keep a good skeleton down, at least not when he's been animated with necromantic power. So he will continue trying. Oh dear, that last one is a crit. Oh dear. That is piercing, I believe. Yes. Crit effect. Gain a +2 circumstance bonus to AC until the end of your next turn. As he manages to guard himself while critting you. Right. And Hen feeling the agony as those teeth clamp down on your shoulder. You can't take it anymore and you collapse to the ground. Elowen, Hen just went down.
Fucking.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and fight this skeleton and then get them back up. So I'm gonna acid splash them with electricity again.
Okay,
Why am I
this
not
time I am
knocking
going to
too
say
again?
there's a splash. First of all, electricity did
Oh,
nothing
yeah.
to him last round, and second of all, the splash of electricity would
Yeah.
also hit Hen and increase Hen's dying level.
So let me do phase bolt then instead.
Okay.
That would be better.
As a mindless undead, he does not have trained fighter levels, which means he cannot attack you while you cast right next to him.
Very good.
However, with a 4, you are also not going to hit him. That is 2 of your actions. You have 1 more left.
She's gonna call for Verona, I guess.
Okay, you're not going to heal Hen?
Oh yeah, I can do that. Okay, yes. Oh, because I'm right next to them.
Yes.
Right? Right, okay.
Yes, you are right next to them, which means you can use the 1 action version of heal. You don't have to heal Hen. I just
No.
Make sure you know that's
gonna...
an option.
Yeah. No, we're gonna heal Hen.
You can't just let your best fighter die. I just wouldn't recommend it.
No. Oh, I should have cast Healer's Blessing already. Come on.
That's all right. It's still early levels, so I know some of you are still getting used to your abilities.
Yeah.
You have 1 action left, so you can cast the 1 thing. You can roll damage healing.
Roll damage healing, thank you.
Hen does not have to make a fortitude save because Hen is not being an undead being damaged by this.
Yeah, that's why I was like, huh?
All right, Hen, you're not feeling great. What? Oh, because it was already... No. That is not...
Why is
I don't know
Hen
why
dead?
it made you dead, Hen. That's not supposed to make you dead. That is supposed to make you wounded, which it did make you. And you're still prone.
Oh, Hen's curse. I think the game thinks she's undead now.
Uh-oh.
That's not how... Lycanthropy...
Yeah, I don't think that's how that works.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, lycanthropy doesn't work when you die.
Lycanthrope's
A
not
lycanthrope...
dead either.
Yeah, if a lycanthrope dies, they're just dead. However, Hen is up, albeit only with 4 hit points.
Still up.
Verona can move forward because she does get 1 action just to move and keep up with you, if you wish. It's up to you whether or not Verona would listen to Little Paw and actually leave. Sarah.
Yeah, I think at this point, Elowen would also like, I need you. So, Verona's just gonna like look at Little Paw and be like, if you need me, you call for me and I'll be here. And then she's
Okie
gonna go.
dokie.
The 2 kobold slaves look at Little Paw and says, "Do you need help guarding Tasty Child? Servant of the Hawk."
I am brave Serpent of the Hawk. Yes, tasty childs look tasty. I mean,
Do you need seasoning for tasty child? Servant of the Hawk?
Ooh, what have you got?
No.
Would have to raid the kitchen.
Oh, maybe later.
Okay,
What
Kara.
have I done, you guys?
I don't think Little Paul would actually eat the child.
What have I done, you guys?
The skull hops back onto the headless skeleton's body. And it is too mindless to know when it should retreat. So it's just going to swing at Kara. Or try to bite Kara, rather. That sounds like a bite. And once again, Kara, as it chomps down on you, you feel the sizzling burn of its teeth. Do you have fire resistance?
Good question. No, that's my other character.
Okay. A pity your draconic heritage did not give you fire resistance.
Who said that?
Because you're going to take 3 points of piercing damage from the teeth and then 1 more of fire damage from the burning. And that's the first attack. I'd say he was heartened by the attempt, but he's not because he has no mind or feelings. But he will hit you again. So he just kind of latches onto you and just starts gnawing at your shoulder. The second one hurts quite a bit worse than the first. And then one final. That, however, will miss as you finally manage to throw the skeleton off of you. After he has gnawed at you for some time. Skeleton bites do not feel good. Little Paw, it is your turn.
Little Paw is just gonna keep an eye on the kid and the kobolds.
Kitchen is to south. Could go raid kitchen for Servant of the Hawk.
No.
Actually, what am I saying? You don't speak Draconic. You have no idea what they're saying.
Yeah. She's gonna copy
A
the
shame.
hisses and just like hiss back at them and be like, hiss, hiss, hiss.
My mother was a saint.
They unfortunately only speak Draconic, as they are but slaves. Or former slaves now. You have freed them for the glory of the Hawk. Baxter Bones!
Yes.
You just saw that skeleton that is missing an arm bite Kara something fierce.
Question: how would it work pushing past an opponent? Would that give him an opportunity if I was to try to move right here?
That would be an attempt to tumble through.
Does that take an action?
It takes one action, same as the move. Basically, it counts as your move. You stride up to your speed. During your movement, you can try to move through the space of one enemy. Attempt an acrobatics check against the enemy's reflex DC as soon as you try to enter its space. You can tumble through using climb, fly, swim, or another action instead of stride in the appropriate environment. In this case, it will be stride.
Yep. Okay, I will do that.
If you fail, your movement will end there. However, Kara's in that movement, which means you will drop prone.
Okay.
So be aware if you fail, you're going to hit the floor. Go ahead and make me an acrobatics check then.
One sec. Why is not letting me just move? Give me one sec. Select tokens. There we go. Acrobatics. You got it. Can I do athletics or does it have to be acrobatics?
It has to be acrobatics. This is all about your ability to basically gymnastic your way past him. You are tumbling.
All right, and this is a skill check, so I will use Wished Alive.
Okay. Oh, that was close. That was almost a 1. 21. And what does Wish to Alive do again?
Just gives me a +2 circumstance bonus to a skill check once per day.
So 23. That will be sufficient.
No, that's with the wish. That is with the Wished Alive. The 21 is with
Oh,
the
it
Wished
is.
Alive.
That's still sufficient by 1. He almost gets you, but you do manage to get to the other side of him.
Okay, so that's one action, right?
That is one action.
Action 2, we will bite.
Okay.
Nom 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 nom.
That will unfortunately miss him.
Then I will bite again. Same roll each time.
Wait. You're flanking. Why is flanking not giving you... off balance? You can see... do this real quick. You targeted yourself, Baxter. So the first bite would actually hit.
Okay.
The second bite, however, would not.
Okay.
So you can go ahead and roll damage from that first bite. Unfortunately, I am not sure.
Good to know you missed yourself.
Actually, yeah, that is not going to do any damage. As just it's hard to get hold of him. It's hard to sink your fangs into something that is mostly air and otherwise bone.
Nom nom nom. Baxter's just like chewing on him.
Yes. Baxter starts worrying at the skeleton like a dog ought.
Alright, that's my turn.
Okay. Kara, it's your turn. He's hanging by a thread. He's almost dust.
The kids better be safe. Where's my... Okay, it was a wrong. Fury.
A miss for your first one. A miss for your second.
Baxter, you're contagious. Oh, come on
dear.
now.
Oh, that's... You finally rolled well, but unfortunately it was your third attack, which means it's at a hefty -8.
That was the fourth one. Count with all the fury of blows and whatnot.
Well, yes, but the first 2 flurries count as
Yeah.
the top attack, which means the third one was at a -4 and the fourth one was at a -8.
That's it.
That is unfortunate. As you just... there's just nothing there for you to hit. And what is there is too hard for you to break with those feeble blows. So Hen has dropped and was no longer moving. Now Hen is moving, but is still dropped. Meanwhile, Verona has stood up. So I think a mindless creature would throw his skull at Verona. The skull will, unfortunately for him, fortunately for Verona, completely miss. However, there's still a chance it may demoralize her. Attempts a demoralization check. No, not with that number. Definitely not with that number. That is a critical failure. I think all that does is mean you're immune to it for a day. Oh, no, there's actually no result for a critical failure. Interesting. You can only demoralize once every 10 minutes, regardless of the outcome. Against the same target, that is. It kind of stumbles forward a little bit, hits its buddy, and ricochets off. It can't see because it has no head. It has no eyes. It's a little bit comic, and that uses up its last action.
It has no mouth, but it must scream.
Hen, you should have had a term there. Why are you... Oh, because it made you dead. That is... You are not defeated. You are
okay, with its head missing, can I make an attempt to grab it and roll away?
To grab the head?
Yeah.
There you go. Pooh. Yeah. Yeah, I'll say you can. This would be a grapple check. Give me an athletics check.
Okay, wow.
Oh, yeah, that is not going to do it. The skull is round and smooth and slippery and also moving surprisingly fast. So
okay,
that is one action.
I would like to use an action to crawl away 5 feet like a step.
Okay.
And then stand up.
Okay, you are now vertical. Which gives space for this guy to shamble forward. And attack Verona. There is something in front of him.
Sorry, kid, you're wearing armor.
And therefore he must smash. That is a miss. Let's try it one more time. That is also a miss. And that's all he can do, because he shambled forward. As Verona's armor proves strong against the teeth of a skeleton. Elwyn, it is your turn.
Nice, nice. Elwyn is going to phase bolt. Wait, hold on. Sorry, I lied. We still got people who are needing healing.
And he is pretty badly hurt.
Hen was the one. I can't do the battle healing on her again, can I?
No. You can only battle heal on each target once a day.
Yeah, okay. I was just making sure it was her.
That said, unlike treat wounds, other people who have battle medicine can battle heal Hen during that time. It is the way it's written, only your battle healing. They're only immune to your battle healing for 24 hours.
Am I able to use healing plaster right now? Or does that have to be done out of battle?
Healing plaster. Take a look at that. Where's that at?
It's one of my cantrips. Oh, or would that not count?
Oh, if it's a cantrip, yeah, you can. cast it if you've got it set. Hang on, let me look at this.
Oh, it takes 10 minutes.
Yeah,
that's
healing.
why. Okay.
Yes, it does take 10 minutes.
Okay, so I wouldn't be able to do that in battle.
All right.
Did we get
Also, it's only used to be able to treat wounds, even if you don't have a medical kit.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering if that would even count. Did we get like a long rest in between last session and this one?
You did not.
Okay, that's what I thought. I'm out of healing spells.
You got, yeah, you got essentially the equivalent of a short rest, but not a long rest.
Yeah, we haven't had the time to have a longer.
In that case, I will indeed attack, and I will try and heal you somehow later. I'm gonna do phase bolts on the thing.
All right. Once again, your bolt that does that strange skipping in and out of reality manifests itself.
It's just Pharasma stuff, guys. It's fine.
And will hit. The bolt of Pharasma strikes true.
As it should.
You may roll your damage. Right. 8 points of damage. Which becomes 3 points of damage.
That's fair.
What is that? What does it do? Yeah, because it deals piercing damage, so it's going to be affected by the damage resistance. But you did some damage to it. You have one more action.
I'm gonna tell Verona to attack.
Okay, Verona has 2 actions to play with.
So it says here, hold on, I'm looking at, let me see. It says shield boss?
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean I can hit with my shield?
It does.
Okay. Because I'm gonna do that.
Okay, it's going to... I don't think it will do as much damage as her longsword, though.
No, but her longsword is gonna be losing attack anyway because it's striking or piercing, isn't it?
True. I don't know what the shield bearer's shield is.
I don't know.
That up, just to make sure I know how this...
Should I wait till you do that?
One-handed martial shield, yeah, it does 1d6 bludgeoning.
Okay.
So yes, that is something that they can use.
Okay.
But not with that roll, unfortunately.
Dang.
She can attempt to make a second attack. She does have a second action.
That's what I was thinking. I was just about to ask that. Stop reading my mind.
Seemed a natural thing to do.
That
It
might
will be at
your
the
mind.
MAP of -5.
Okay.
Whoa! Okay. The first swing doesn't find purchase, but the second...
Nice.
You're not getting a critical.
So roll critical.
Or the card. Oh, there it is. Just took a little while to show up there. Okay, you get to make one additional attack against a foe adjacent to the original target using the same attack modifier as the original attack. However, there is unfortunately, no guy next to him. However, you still do that tremendous amount of damage,
Dang.
which is going to be enough to kill it.
Verona went, don't mess with my people.
That first attack didn't do much. The second attack, however, shatters its sternum, and it collapses. Didn't need to do that.
Gave us a bit of a panic there, though another door was opening for skeletons.
More skeletons. Nothing but skeletons. This very tenacious creature who's still holding on will turn and attack Baxter Bones. As he tries to bite the dog.
Hey, that's my gimmick.
Well, he does a really terrible job of it. Pinched nerve, or the necromantic equivalent for something that does not have nerves. Until healed, takes a negative 10-foot circumstance penalty to land speed and is clumsy 1. That's going to be what really hurts. Because that's going to drop his AC and his reflex save by 1. However, he is mindless, so he will keep trying to attack Baxter Bones. That time it looks like it is a hit. His teeth sink into your fur, and you get the smell of burning hair as the heat sizzles your fur. And one last attempt to gnaw on you a little bit. This bone gnaws back, except it doesn't, because that's not, even an 18 is not enough with his clumsy modifier to be able to hit you. So, Baxter Bones taking a little bit of damage, some teeth marks to the shoulder. Little Paw. Barbecue.
Little Paw's gonna look at the 2 kobolds and be like, yeah, yes, rah, yes, rah, T.R.A.S.H, or whatever the god's name is. Yeah. Like, wave a fist, little fist, enthusiastically.
Roll a flat d20.
Oh no.
See how lucky you are about what rah-rah means. Not great, but not terrible. You managed to avoid blasphemy. Your words are just nonsensical.
Yeah, that'll do. And we'll continue
Baxter
to watch
Bones! The teeth marks in your fur still sizzle.
Well, if he's gonna bite, I'm gonna bite harder.
The life or death struggle. Bones versus dog. Dog versus bones.
And again.
And again.
Bones versus bones.
Yes, bones versus bones. You gonna try for a third time?
Yep. Might as well. Who knows? Maybe I'll get lucky with my -10.
That sounded lucky. Yeah, that's lucky. Yeah, you're gonna make the target sickened with the kidney piercing critical, but it's not gonna matter because you're about to kill him. Go ahead and roll critical damage.
Not necessarily. I could roll a 1 again.
But that is critical damage, which is double. Actually, that's still. That might not be enough.
Gotta do that
it's
kidney
not.
damage
He takes
then.
no damage from that. So yeah, he is going to be sickened.
What does sickening
Even though
do
he
to
has
a skeleton?
Same thing it does to anybody else. It's a penalty on all checks and all DCs, and they can't willingly ingest anything.
Well, that
Does that mean they
good.
also can't willingly bite anything?
And normally you cure sickened. Actually, wait, he might be immune to sickened. Is he immune?
He might be, to be fair.
No, he is not immune to sickened.
That is surprising.
Because sickened doesn't necessarily mean like actually ill. It can mean any number of things that that takes away your ability to do stuff.
Okay, Bax is going to take them down with the sickness.
Kara, it is your turn. He's sickened. He's clumsy.
Oh, I thought Bax had one more attack.
No, that was Baxter's third attack. Rolled a 20 on his third attack at the -10.
Gotta use a regular attack first. I hope that it's killed in one hit. Oh no.
Oh.
No Furia blows.
I actually think I was thinking about this beforehand.
What?
I think Flurry of Blows is a flourish, isn't it? Yeah, it's a flourish. You can only do that once a combat.
I thought it was once a turn. Once a combat?
No, you're right. It's once per round. Never mind. I misremembered. So yes, you can absolutely flurry. One more time. This is the most tenacious skeleton that has ever existed. He just won't die.
You know what? You know what? I'm just gonna hold my reaction.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna hold my action. You grab its head if it throws it.
You only have one action left. It takes 2 actions in order to ready an action.
Well, this is just gonna miss. There's no way it hits. Yep. That's it.
You are correct. That is a critical fumble. Lots of crits in this combat.
Yeah.
This attack grants and triggers a trip or shove as a reaction by your enemy. Okay, he will try to trip you then. That is athletics versus your reflex DC. Now, there we go. That is a 15 versus your reflex DC, which I'm pretty sure is more than that. Yes, your reflex DC is 17. So he attempts to trip you. He fails tripping you.
Oh, that's good. I didn't have to roll for
But
that.
You also don't hurt him. And as he he shambles forward, his skull leaps back onto his neck, and he can see again. And he will attack Verona because Verona is the first thing he sees right in front of him.
And I hope you guys doing better over there.
Now, here's the fun thing about Verona. You can, if you want, use her reaction to shield block.
Okay.
If you do that, it takes your reaction, first of all.
Mhm.
It will take 5 points off of the damage. However, anything beyond that will both hit Verona and damage the shield.
Ah, okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Use shield block. This will take 5 points off of the damage.
It says it happens when I have it raised, and I have it in my hand, so hopefully it'll do it.
Yeah. The reaction basically moves it into place. You do have your shield raised. So basically the only thing that's going to affect Verona is the fire damage. And Verona and her shield are both going to take 3 points of fire damage.
How do I put that on the shield? Oh!
I'm trying to see if there's an easy way to do that. I don't think there is. Actually, wait. I can just edit the entry and do it that way.
Fair enough.
That. This is to show the max. And then say that it's currently at 17 out of 20. There. The shield still functions as normal. It will continue functioning as normal until it hits 10 hit points, and at that point it's broken.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
That said, that is merely the first attack. As she blocks the fiery jaws with her shield, he moves in for another attack. That sounded like a miss. That is a miss. And one final attack. Oh wait, no, he can't make that final attack because he had to move forward. So ignore that miss, but it was also a miss.
No, not at you, at the guy.
Hen. You are standing. You are right next to the skeleton.
Alright then, same as what I attempted to do before I went down.
And you do it much better this time.
So, 26, natural 20, and 18.
All right, that's both going to hit. You're using your unarmed damage with this one? Am I seeing that right? That you used melee strike unarmed attack?
Oh, yeah, technically, yeah.
Okay.
I went down, so I
and
dropped my swords. I forgot to pick them up.
Oh, if you would rather that be the sword, I will let you keep that roll. We'll just have to roll the damage separately. I'll let you say you did that if you want to spend that. It's up to you. In that case, it will be armor damage. The target's armor also takes the damage. applying hardness normally. Do I actually have separate armor for this guy? I do not. Is that the right damage for your sword?
Yeah. So that would be on the critical.
Okay.
Do I just roll damage again?
Normally I just roll once and double it.
Okay. And then my second attack did hit, so I will roll that anyway.
He's already dead. You kill him.
That's just
hard.
to make sure.
Yes. And then you smash his bones for good measure. Grind them into dust. There is only one skeleton left. Elowen, it is your turn.
I gotta make my way over there.
Okay.
Let me see. And I can measure. Sorry. Okay.
All right. Now, I will say you can still use your combat healing on Kara.
Oh, you're right, I can.
Yeah, or Baxter for
Okay.
that matter, but you'd have to actually get up next to Baxter to do that.
Heal Kara. I'm good.
I'll get there as soon as I can.
Right. That will be a medicine check.
Again, I'm so sorry it's going so slow.
That's fine. That is sufficient. That will be 2d8 of healing.
Very nice,
Kara.
very nice.
That is a lot of healing to Kara. That was
Yay.
a very good roll. Kara is now back up to full. As Kara, suddenly you have like a band-aid and a cookie for some reason.
No, milk and cookies.
No, it's one of those things where like another herb-soaked patch with her own special blend of healing reagents and also maybe some stimulants. Mild, of course, and safe.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Simple wrap of gauze, ready to go.
At least it wasn't
That wound
catnip.
is staunched. That was all 3 of your actions?
I believe that was 2 because I moved and then I. Oh, unless a medicine check is.
No, medicine
2.
check is 1.
Okay, so that was 2.
Combat
So I'll
for
use.
combat medicine.
I'll use the third one on Pharasma. Verona. Their names are too close.
Okay, Verona now has 2 actions.
Oh, but she can't get close, can she?
Her deity is suddenly very confused as the bandit appears on them.
So I'll remind you that I've been doing attacks of opportunity wrong. You only get attacks of opportunity if you have the reactive strike reflex action.
Ah, okay.
Which anyone can get it, but only fighters get it automatically.
Gotcha.
So chances are a mindless creature will not have it, which means you can move past them freely. However, if you have to move through their square, that will require a double check.
Okay. Yeah, she moved closer, but I don't think she can really do anything because.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's my turn.
She still gets 1 action for movement, even if you don't command her to do anything. So, would you like to use your third action to do something yourself?
Let me see. Is phase bolt? Let me see. Is phase bolt 1 or 2?
Phase bolt is 2.
2.
You
Oh
can
yeah, I
see
see
by the
that there.
double
Okay.
diamond symbol there.
Let's see. There's not a lot I can do right now. I could draw my staff. That's what we'll do.
You could draw your staff, or yeah, you can cast shield on yourself, but that probably won't come in handy in this case.
Yeah.
Okay, you draw your staff.
Yay!
Yay! And now, this skeleton that just will not die. Once again, attacking Baxter Bones.
All right. Baxter Bones is gonna do what Baxter Bones does best and stab it this time.
Not if it bites you first, Baxter Bones.
Oh wait, I misheard you. They said it was my turn, not that it was attacking me. My bad.
I said not if it bites you first, Baxter Bones. Okay. Seriously though, not if it bites you first, Baxter Bones. Okay. You're not letting it bite you again. Not after the last time. Its burning hot jaws are keeping away from you.
Is there some sort of
You are
debuff in
definitely
this hallway?
dodging. One wonders. Little Paw.
Haven't you heard it was in the patch notes? Skeletons now have +3 to armor class.
Little Paul, what have you been doing while your comrades have been unsuccessfully trying to kill a skeleton?
Just watching the kid and the kobolds.
At this point, Savram looks at you. He's like, "You can talk."
Yeah. Can't you?
Right. Well, yeah, but Father said that. Are you one of their familiars?
Nope.
The animals I ever knew could talk were familiars.
Didn't hear what you
Which
said
one's
between father said and familiar.
Which one's this one? Is this the butcher's son?
No, this is the one who is the son of the eccentric and reclusive town mage. Also the one who has pale white skin. It's like not fair, like almost truly white.
No, I'm just Little Paw.
It's nice to meet you, Little Paw. I'm Savram. Are we gonna get out of here?
Yep, we'll be getting out of here.
Good.
No need to be afraid.
I've seen undead before, but not loose and not hurting people.
Well, my friends and I will put them to rest.
Good. They're scarier when they're not in the tower.
In the tower?
Yeah, Father, I mean Master Vade's tower.
Oh.
My father is a wizard, a powerful wizard. He's teaching me. I'm his apprentice.
Okay. Why does he need undead?
Oh, just for magical experiments and things. He doesn't tell me why he does a lot. He just tells me what to do.
Okay. Seems rather strange.
The people in town think he's rather strange. But he's got a tower up in the well, we live in the walled off section of the city, you know, where the high market is. It's nice, I guess. But I don't know. I like it more in the butcher shop.
Okay. Well, it'll all be over soon, I'm sure.
In before this kid is an undead. And his father raised him. Quite literally.
I will categorically say that he is not undead.
Okay, so he's a puppet.
Baxter Bones, it's your turn.
Baxter is going to do what Baxter does best and attack the man trying, or the undead.
All right, you hit him well last time. Let's see if you can do that again.
Chomp.
You do. You hit him. Oh, that's not gonna be enough though. Like his bones are really good to gnaw on. They don't come off. They're real tough.
The moment Baxter latches on with his teeth, he's going to take the dagger in his hand and miss.
Damn it, Baxter,
And
use
he
your
will
molars,
miss.
not your fangs.
He will try
You
one
are-
final time to stab.
Unfortunately, no, not this time. The immortal skeleton continues. Kara, put this skeleton out of his misery, please.
Kara would like to ignite.
Okay. Gonna try some fire.
Find a spellcasting tab. There we go.
Okay, that's gonna take 2 actions.
Oh wait, that was supposed to be the melee one. Okay.
Is that not the melee one?
No, that was the range button I clicked. There we go.
Oh, okay.
I think that was a good
sounded
sound.
promising. Yeah, that is a good sound. That hits. Roll your damage. As suddenly you ignite with fire. And the flames do nothing.
Oh, for crying out loud.
He's been doing fire damage with his teeth the whole time. This variant of skeleton is in fact resistant to fire.
Okay, so that was a melee spell. Does that give me a -5 or a -10?
That was only one attack, so it would only give you a -5.
Okay. Then Fury on this. Oh. Oh.
The skeleton continues to survive.
Just die already.
Already is. Hen, it's your turn. You can't see what's happening in the other hallway, but like there's constant fighting sounds.
And swearing.
Well,
And
considering that, looking at the dimensions of the room, I could probably figure out how big the corridor is. I'm just gonna leave and look after the kid.
Okay. Yeah, fighting them in the corridor means very tight quarters.
And
will
I'm out of
take the
healing
kid.
spells.
I will move to take the kid with me to the kitchen and see if there's anything that I can give him to eat.
Fair enough.
Oh, little Paul will eagerly follow.
I mean,
Okay.
technically, that's like when we're out of combat, I can do that. But...
The kobolds will also follow you to the kitchen.
Nice, and
No, he can't. I will note that there is currently no light in this part of the hallway, and Savram cannot see in the dark.
Oh yeah, that's why Hen's taking him, because Hen
Fair
can
enough.
see. So Severin, have you ever eaten jerky before?
Jerky, like dried meat?
Yeah.
Yeah, they sell that in market.
Okay, let me show you how to make it out of kobold.
I've eaten kobold before, but honestly, I wouldn't mind after today. No, they talk. I don't understand them, but they do talk. No, I don't want to eat things that talk.
I mean, everything talks. It's just difficult to listen.
Well, you know what I mean. I mean, like, you can use spells to talk to animals and plants and stuff, but like it's very simple when you do that.
Yeah.
Father, I mean, Master Vade says that it is irrefutable proof of the superiority of the humanoid brain over the animal kingdom.
Hey, I
All right.
resemble that remark.
Well, I still don't know what's going on with you, little Paul. Only other animals I've seen who could talk like you were wizards familiars.
They're exclusion from the rule, just like the dog back in there. And Hen will momentarily nod her head backwards and then realize he can't see. So,
Is there a land of talking animals? Like in stories?
you're in it. I mean, I can't say for sure
Hello,
where
Ann.
Liverpool came from, but pretty sure Baxter's from near here.
Baxter is not indeed from near here.
Hen doesn't know that.
Relative, you're from the same
Hen's aware
continent.
you are.
Well, yeah.
You're from the same continent.
Everything's nearby.
It's like saying someone from like Belize is from near here.
It's from the same planet, therefore it's near.
That's it. Or sorry, I'll put it in British terms for Rex D. It's like, oh yeah, they're from near here, some little place called like Romania.
To be fair, that's closer than Belize, I think.
Yes, it is. Because Europe is a remarkably small continent when you come right down to it.
I mean, compared to Asia and North America, yeah.
she's just gonna face bolt, because there's not a lot I can do from here, and I have no more healing.
Ooh, nice hit.
That will hit. That is a critical hit, in fact, which means it will do double damage.
Elowen said, "See, this guy, he's not invincible. We can hit him."
Your damage. Yet above a 2. That is, in fact, above a 2. Does Phase Bolt do 3d4? No, 3d4.
Bolt's damage increases by 1d4.
And that is enough. That is
Nice.
enough. It's too much piercing. It actually does manage to pierce the bone.
Nice.
As Pharasma's bolt sends this undead back to its rest. Still, you can't shake the feeling that something was wrong about this beyond just the undead. Beyond just the fact that, like, the undead was here. Roll me an occultism check. Actually, you can do this
Good
as
at
well.
that.
Just Eloin?
No, anybody can who's in the room. Anybody can do an occultism check. Like you, Baxter, you're particularly good at that.
I am indeed.
Occultism is used for enigmas, which I'm gonna say this is similar. So yeah, both of you rolled high on that. So here's the thing. These bones, the skeletons are old. The skeletons were clearly here at the collapse of the Dwarven kingdom thousands of years ago. They ripped through the cell doors fairly easily. The cell doors, because of the age, the cell doors just were not on there securely. So why weren't they moving around until now? That's the question that both of you have here. Something must have happened recently to animate these things.
Eloin has theories.
Can I investigate the bones and look for any runes or anything?
You can.
Anything
roll me
like
a
say that there was
perception
like perception. Right.
Now that the necromantic energies are gone, the sickly yellow light is gone from their eyes, it appears to be just a pile of bones.
Whatever magic was keeping this thing alive is surely gone now. A shame, really. Would have been a good specimen to study.
It's not a shame. It's against nature.
Any of you who have had experience with undead, and especially you, Elwyn, because you understand the River of Souls and things like that, know that mindless undead like skeletons are basically purely animated by necromantic energy. Like, there's no soul in a skeleton. It's just bones that have been animated by necromancy. Still not Pharasma's favorite thing, by any means.
It's against nature.
Yeah.
It may be against nature, Eloin, but still. Baxter will basically pick up, will rip a rib out and like have it in its mouth.
Eloin's like, see, this is what I'm always trying to avoid. This is why I tell you, be gentle with dead bodies and put them where they belong. Because we don't want this kind of stuff to happen.
I'm sorry. The bones are a lot more brittle.
Starting to sound like a druid.
I'm going to move your company down to the kitchen. Okay?
So they're gone by the time we get out of combat and come down here,
right? They're leaving. Combat rounds are 6 seconds, so like they're not far.
Okay, so we still see them.
Yeah, you can probably see the direction they're headed.
While looking for some food, I would like to search for that nook that Egrin mentioned.
Jesus,
okay,
Hen.
Roll me a perception check.
That's it, Hen. Where's the help for that combat? Leaving us to die over there.
To be fair, Hen was almost dead.
You do notice that Hen is looking very poorly right now.
Elwyn is like, I would rather Hen leave because I was barely able to keep Hen alive.
Look, there wasn't enough room in that corridor for me anyway.
No, there wasn't.
Sounds like a skill issue.
Yeah.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
I will remove one of your claws without anesthetic.
When you're ready, Hen, you can roll me a search check, perception, for try and find.
Do I get a bonus because I know something's here?
You do. The DC is going to be lower than it normally would be.
So perception or
Because not only were you told not only you were told that there's something, but you were told the general location of it.
a whole 12.
That is, yeah, that is still sufficient. Since it was pointed out to you. Otherwise, you're pretty sure you never would have seen this. It is very well hidden.
So Savram, did you see what took the other kid when you got out the elevator?
Ignore the fact that this looks like a scroll. It's not. You can double click on it and see what's in there and move it to, well, I'll move it to party inventory. So that you can divvy it up after the event.
Okay, yeah.
There is still
But,
one place we haven't decided to. Oh, sorry.
Stuff should not.
One second. Question, Serpent.
Yeah.
Is it too late? Am I able to pick up the chain thingy that this dude had?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, no, I'll pick that up.
And Kara's gonna be looking
Okay.
for the buys for anything else useful.
So the main guy, in addition to his flying talon, which is an uncommon, agile, finesse, kobold, tethered, thrown 10 feet trip weapon, and a simple weapon at that. He also has a small-sized suit of leather armor, and he has keys. Fairly crude keys, but keys nonetheless on him. The warriors, on the other hand, they each have a sling, a spear, some sling bullets, and again a small-sized suit of leather armor cut to fit a kobold. So like tail holes and built for their anatomy. You find in the niche one elixir and two of what looks like alchemical concoctions. You can roll me Arcana to try and identify them.
I'll put them aside for now because I don't have a clue about magic.
I thought you had Arcana as a skill.
Oh no, I do.
Yeah, you're trained in Arcana. That was the knowledge skill you took. You are, I believe, the party's expert in Arcana because I don't think anybody else took that. That said,
I have no idea what these are right now.
You don't know what the elixir is. You can go ahead and roll again for the two alchemical concoctions. All right, one of them is oh, neat. I've never played with the item identification tracker before. I can actually make it to where, since you made that roll, you can identify that item from now on. But this is a serene mutagen. when you activate it, you gain inner serenity, but you find violence off-putting. You gain a +2 item bonus to will saves and perception, medicine, nature, religion, and survival checks. This bonus improves to +3 when you attempt will saves against mental effects. However, you take a -1 penalty to attack rolls and save DCs of offensive spells, and a -1 penalty per damage die to all weapon, unarmed attacks, and spell damage. And that lasts for 10 minutes. And you can roll for that third one as well.
Hey, Serpent, can you pull me and Verona down there?
Yeah, sure. All right, you identify that one as well. And this one is a silver tongue mutagen. Your features become striking, and your voice becomes musical and commanding, though emotion clouds your reasoning. Benefit, you gain a +2 item bonus to deception, diplomacy, intimidation, and performance checks. Your critical failures with any of these skills become failures instead. Drawback, you take a -2 item penalty to arcana, crafting, lore, occultism, and society checks. Choose one skill in which you are trained. For the duration, you become untrained in that skill. All your failures to recall knowledge become critical failures, and that lasts for 10 minutes. So there you go. 2 mutagens.
Neat.
So Serpent.
And then one elixir that you haven't been able to identify yet. Yes, Baxter.
So I need to roll investigation to loot this dude, don't I? Give me 1 sec.
You need to roll. You need to roll investigation or perception in order to see anything that's hidden on him, like hidden pockets or anything like that. Otherwise, the stuff that he's carrying openly, you can just see.
Oh, okay. Well, then I will take his chain sword, I think is what it was.
Flying Talon.
Flying Talon.
There you go. It should have dragged over to your inventory. Yes, it did.
What kind of weapon is it?
It is a simple. It is a simple weapon.
Does it count as a ranged weapon, though, is the question.
It is a melee weapon that can be thrown 10 feet as a thrown weapon. Except it's tethered, which means you can then pull it back.
Alright.
After you throw a weapon as a thrown attack, you can spend an interact action to just yank it back.
I'll probably
You can
sell
also
for
do that
something.
if anyone. Yeah, you can also do that if anyone disarms you.
You see, my thing was like, I get bonuses to ranged weapons, which is why I was curious to see whether or not that would count as a ranged weapon.
No, it is not. In that case, I'm going to go ahead and stick that in party stash as well. This is all stuff you can do after the adventure, and also decide what you want to sell and what you want to keep. So we'll do Flying Talon.
However, you did say there were slings. There were sling bullets, right? I will take those, and
There were slings and sling bullets. Okay.
Yeah, I will take a sling and whatever sling bullets I can find, including the ones in the stash.
Go ahead and put the there. I'm gonna again draw attention to the fact that Ygritte had some keys on him.
Oh, he had keys?
Oh, we're taking
I'll
the
take
keys.
those as well.
Yeah. Well, I assume you're taking everything. I'll drop a sling in Baxter Bones' inventory.
If Hen or
I'm just
Bax.
waiting for-
Bullets, because they're basically cheap as free.
If Henry Baxter
I'm
don't
just
take
waiting
the
for
keys, I'll take
Southram
them.
to tell me what he saw, if he saw anything.
What? I'm sorry, you were both talking at the same time, and I couldn't hear you.
Go on, Car.
If Henry Baxter don't take the keys, I'll take them.
I put them in party stash, but yes, I assume that you will take those keys.
And a while ago, I asked Savrim if he saw what took the other kid when they were fleeing from the elevator.
It was it was smoke, and it was wrapped in chains. I didn't really see a lot of it. We had it grabbed Jurin, and then we had to run.
Okay, so
I think maybe
did it grab him with hands, or did the chains grab him?
the chains. It looked kind of like a dwarf, but also kind of like a demon. But like I ain't saying it is a demon. I was too scared to look at it. I'm not sure I'd be able to tell if one was anyways, but it was scarier than any of the dwarves in town. Like it looked more like a monster. But it was about the size of a dwarf. And that's all I saw.
Could it be an imp, perhaps?
I think imps are small. I think wizards use them as familiars sometimes.
Yeah, no, whatever that thing is, it's
This one
just
was
like the skeletons we've just fought.
This one was bigger than you, and he points to Hen.
Was that dire dwarf?
To be fair, most dwarves are bigger than Hen.
Yes, dwarves are bigger than goblins.
Okay.
Dwarves are still medium-sized creatures.
You don't need to worry about that, Savram. I've killed things way bigger than me.
Baxter's gonna walk over
believe
to
you. I'm just
Hen and whisper in the hen's ear. What are we gonna do with the kid? Or what are we gonna do with the kid? Should we have the kobolds bring him up to the surface to join up with your friend? They seem loyal.
He were to seem.
so.
We
Here's
should
what I'm
definitely-
going to. Here's what I'm going to
okay.
suggest. As the GM, you do not have to take this advice, but we are getting on to 11:30, and also I know that your resources are very depleted. If you think your characters would realize, okay, going up against something really scary like that whatever took Jurin is probably a bad idea when we're this spent, it might be a good idea because it's already 5:30, past 5:30 in game time. It might not be a bad idea to go up to the top level and sleep for the night. Now, again, if you think your characters would press on because, Jurin Creed's in danger, that's what your characters would do.
No, Elwyn's already almost lost a couple of her friends there because she's got nothing left. So she's like, I need to get some rest.
Baxter wouldn't give up, but also would see the logic in resting, so he probably would as well. Begrudgingly.
That also solves the problem with what to do with Savram, because then you can leave him with the other two children and Elgin up top.
Yeah.
Tara will
Rest in peace,
probably
princess.
debate going for a rest, but will eventually cave in. He's worried about the villagers at this point.
Elwyn clearly doesn't want to, but her whole thing is like, either I rest now and don't lose any of you guys, or we go and go after that kid and I potentially lose all of you because I can't do anything.
Didn't Creed say that
It's always
he was going to kill a villager per day or something?
He said a lot of things when he was blustering because no one knew what happened to his kid. Now your group is on the case, so that threat is no longer. I mean, Creed's still kind of a monster, but you actually roll me perception. See how good of a read you got on him.
Today's rolls. Oh, not that bad.
See, that's not bad. You think he was threatening everybody because he didn't know where his son was. Now he does know, at least possibly he knows where his son went, and you've all gone after him. If you guys come back empty-handed, then violence is still on the table. But you think as long as you are questing out to find his son, he's probably not going to hurt anybody. And honestly, he's probably not going to hurt the villagers at this point because he now knows none of them were responsible for his son going missing. It was one of those, like, I'll kill one of you a day until somebody tells me where he is kind of things. But despite being a bully, he is, after all, a businessman, and he does not want to kill his employees.
That's good to know he's not that insane.
Yeah, he needs to work them to death.
He's just a bad person. Got it.
I mean, no one said he was a good person.
Than his predecessor.
Yeah.
Serpent run a game where capitalism isn't the villain. Challenge level impossible. All right. So up to you. If you've decided that you want to press on, we could definitely press on. Otherwise, I suggest we do a scene up top at the camp in the Kobold's 2 rooms that you've already cleared out.
Okay.
And then call it there for the night. But that is entirely up to you.
Resting is best, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Elowen really wants to rest.
Because I know all of you with daily stuff are pretty much gone with that. Right.
Oh, we're going that far up top. Okay.
Well, it's just up 1 level.
Well, that was 2.
No. The stairs down lead to the obsidian pillar room.
We're missing kids.
I haven't put them on the map yet.
So we're all just very concerned about those kids, okay?
Oh, no. Absolutely fair. You should be.
I mean, 3 out of 5 isn't a bad score. We can just go.
No.
There. That room. There.
Thanks. Can you stop kicking me in your sleep? Starting to hurt.
Oh, she's probably chasing them.
Yeah, chasing me a bruise.
Okay. When you get upstairs with Savram, I'll go ahead and turn your lights off. Well, no, you still need them in here, don't you? When you get upstairs with Savram, um, Kimmy and Mikra immediately hug him. He partly responds. You know how like awkward, unsocialized kids don't really know what to do if you hug them, but that doesn't mean they don't appreciate it. Like Savram is definitely an awkward, unsocialized kid.
There's two of me.
Is there two of you? Where's the other one of you?
Yeah, I see two of you.
Oh, that's because I put all of you up 30 feet for some reason.
There's also two of everyone else, I see.
Yes, because I thought they weren't on there because I was on a different level. There we go.
Ew.
And gravity suddenly reasserts itself and everybody drops. And of course, once they've greeted Savram, what everybody wants to know is, what about the others?
We're gonna go back in the morning.
You just need to get some rest.
And in the morning, Edgrin's taking you back to the village.
Egrin nods, says, "Yeah, I'd like to stay and help, but I think it probably would be best to get the kids back to the village as quickly as possible."
Less we have to worry about if we know they're safe.
Yeah, just be ready for our very angry parents.
Does anyone
I
have
know
any?
the children are your priority, and of course that's correct. The children should be your priority, but if you can save Tyrion, he's the only one. He's the only one of my party that's left. If you could save Tyrion, I'd appreciate it.
We're gonna get as many as we can.
Yes, of course you will. Well, my loot was broken on a kobold skull, but I still have a singing voice. Shall we?
Song of Rest?
Yes, shall we perhaps sing some, children, to calm some nerves?
Just not too loudly. We don't want to draw attention.
Certainly. And he starts singing sort of like a simple tavern song. One that's not too bawdy, for the kids' sake.
Red diamond.
But one with a very
diamond.
But one with a very familiar melody that pretty much everyone knows, at least everyone in the area.
Is that where we're wrapping up?
Yeah, unless there's anything you'd like to do. I suggest, Elwyn, you might want to try doing some treat wounds before everybody goes to bed.
Yes. Who can I still do? Am I able to do that on everyone?
You can do
since we're
whatever.
not in battle?
Combat healing does not count against treating wounds. You can
Okay.
do that once an
Is there
hour
anybody who's at
to each
full
person.
or? Because I don't know who still needs healing.
Kara and Little Paw are at full. Everybody else is down at least some.
Okay.
And Hen's down a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna do Hen first.
That is a critical success, so 48.
Nice. Perfect person to get that on too.
That gets Hen back up to about 2/3. Verona took a hit, and Baxter Bones took a hit. All right, that's another critical success. So roll 48. I have a feeling that Verona's going to go back up to full.
What you mean Pharasma?
No,
Pharasma takes no damage.
If Pharasma's taking damage, you're in much more trouble than you thought.
I mean, technically, Pharasma did take damage when Hen took damage.
And then Baxter.
And then Baxter.
With that being part of my now legal name.
Baxter, can you come over this way?
And Henrietta Pharasma.
Yeah. Remember, she
Henrietta
believes that all
Pharasma
gods are
Iron
goblins,
Strike.
therefore she is named after them.
That's true. And given that Pharasma actually is the god in charge of souls when they first get there, she is pretty much universally worshipped by all cultures, or at least acknowledged.
I see, so we're all going to become avatars of some deity.
There we go.
I didn't say I was their avatar.
That's the thing, though. If your middle name's Pharasma, I thought your middle name was Caution.
I have multiple middle names.
Ah, I see. It's
like a gnome.
Yeah.
Incidentally, the name that goes just before Caution is No.
That will unfortunately not heal Baxter.
All right, Baxter. Is there anyone else that still needs healing? Or did I get everyone?
You got everyone.
Cool.
Let's see. If you're going to stay up at, let's see, that was 5:30. At 6:30, you can try healing everyone again.
Yeah,
go ahead and
sure,
say it's soon enough to where you can you'll be able to get everyone up to full. It might take several attempts to treat wounds, but every hour you can do that. So
yeah, and then we'll have all night to rest anyway.
Yeah.
Well, you're welcome, you guys.
I think that's everyone. Everyone's up to full.
Since we rescue some kids, will we be leveling up?
Actually, you will.
Oh.
Yay.
You rescued 3 of the children. You got Eglin out. And quite frankly, things get tougher from here. So you are going to level up to level 3.
Yay.
Yay.
We will do that before our game next session. That will be next week. That'll be next week on Tuesday. Meanwhile, tomorrow we will be streaming something. Not sure what yet. And Thursday, hopefully, we'll be streaming Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Yeah.
And who knows what else we might do. What's that?
Yeah.
Yay. Lots of streaming coming from the Xios and Tavir channel. I have been your game master, Serpent, and playing at this table has been
Kara, played by Xios.
Little Paw, played by Tavi.
Henrietta Caution Iron Spirit, played by Rexty.
Elowen, played by Celestia.
Shadow, it's you.
Probably muted again.
and the ever silent Baxter Bones, played by Shadow. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
The stop string button's not
All
working.
right.